Guarda piano, che fai male a... Piano, piano.
Alright guys, before we continue with this clip, I just want to say hello. My name is Mika from Mika Reacts and Reviews, where we react to things on the internet. And apparently this is this is actually a clip from Sky News where they filmed this because there is a global warming protest in the middle of one of the busiest streets in this location. I believe this is Australia, I could be wrong. And they're just stopping traffic, and these citizens, like a citizen arrest, basically had enough of it, and they decided to physically remove the protesters out of the street. And a lot of people seem to agree with these people that they should have done this, but tell me guys, what do you think? Would have you taken the same steps as these pedestrians or these drivers? Let me know in the comment section below, but we're going to continue with the video.
Ma io ho diritto di andare a lavorare, mi date da mangiare mia figlia! No, non lo sai!
Voglio morire pure io. Voglio morire pure io, dai.
Well, that was the moment a few locals had to take matters into their own hands on a busy highway in Italy. Furious motorists were forced to get out of their cars on Rome's Roccordo Highway as a few Extinction Rebellion protesters sat on the road. The highway is actually one of the city's busiest roads. You can see in the video there was a pile-up of traffic causing drivers to become increasingly angry, so much so that a few literally got out of their cars and physically moved the protesters to the side of the road. That action would allow for a few cars to get through until the activists walked straight back onto the road and sat down again. The Daily Mail reported later on that the police arrived and arrested them. According to an Italian publication, the group is actually a subpart from Extinction Rebellion called Last Generation. They are calling for the end of fossil fuel extraction projects and want more wind and solar energy to be used across Italy.
Alrighty then, I knew I was wrong as soon as I started hearing more of the dialogue, that it was not Australia, that it was Italy. I've dated a few Italian men, so I know what Italian sounds like. So personally, applause to the citizens for taking matters into their own hands. Now, I would have to say is that you have to be careful with these things. This event could have actually turned out really bad. The guy, I think the initial guy who started sort of moving people around, the first time he moved one of the girls, he sort of took her and drug her, but the second time when she went back, he kind of grabbed her by the hair, and he was a lot more aggressive this time. And I understand that he's annoyed and he's frustrated, especially that she's being stubborn and she wouldn't just let the cars go by. But he could have also ruined his own life. He could have hit her, he could have hurt her, she could have bashed her head, she could have done something to her neck and really seriously damaged her, because he's a man, his strength, you know what I mean? And it is not to say that he's not in the right to be annoyed and want to take matters in his own hands, but he personally could have made it a lot worse for him and end up spending the night in jail because some bratty ass entitled person didn't want to move out of the street, you know what I mean? So you have to be careful with these things. The car is driving by, one of the protesters could have easily set their leg in the way, and then now that person who's driving is going to jail. So this could have really turned out really bad, which is just, for the protesters, it's just really like self-indulgent and selfish not to care about how this could have turned out, about the other drivers, that they are stopping them from moving on with their business. And they say that they're like global warming protests or the rebellion of the extinction or something like that. And they're actually making it worse because having these cars just idle in the streets, and this is the busiest lane, like they said, the busiest highway, so these guys are just, I would imagine that is maybe even hundreds of cars is idling in the road. We're just pushing more fumes into the air instead of letting them get to their destinations or can turn off their fucking cars. The thing is like, it's not like this protest is going to do anything. So it's not like, well, come on, just because someone's inconvenienced for the betterment of the world, there is no betterment of the world. This protest wasn't going to change anything. These protesters weren't going to push any policies out there. Politicians push policies when it benefits the politicians, not because you protest, right? And so they're not doing anything but inconveniencing the citizens and just virtue signaling for themselves. They're going to put this on their TikToks and their social medias so their fan base can say, oh, how righteous and amazing that they are. They're going to high-five each other. This doesn't actually make no significant difference in the world. So you have people who are just trying to go to work or feed their kids or even pick up their kids from school. So now you have a child waiting, or this person might be on their one last warning at work and they might get fired and now they can't afford to pay their rent. So this is, you're affecting other people's lives possibly in a more serious way, because you're trying to claim virtue of trying to save the planet, which that's not what you're doing. I think a lot of young people don't understand how privileged they are because of their youth. And I try to talk to someone else about this, because you have no kids. You really have no responsibilities. No one else is dependent on you. You don't have a whole long list of bills that you have to pay. For most people, global warming just isn't on the top of their list because they're just trying to live and survive. That's why when it comes to policies and voting, the top is usually economics. That's the most important thing to people. And so when you're stopping them from being able to go to work, pay their bills, and to move on with life, they're not going to give a flying fuck about your global warming ideas or your fears or whatever. I'm not saying people shouldn't care about global warming, but if people are just trying to survive, that is literally the last thing on their list. And a lot of young people don't understand that because they don't have that lived experience yet, and they don't have that mountain of responsibilities that they have to take care of, where global warming is just not on the top of your list anymore. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think of this video. What you have reacted the same way, let me know in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. If you'd like to support the channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal and Cash App link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand new merch shop. Links down below, and links to all the alternative platforms I'm on, my socials, including my Twitter, other ways to support me and other ways to contact me for business is always in the links down below. I also have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle, or I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go to the description box below and also in the comment section. Hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel, and or follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date. I also have my second channel, Speak Freely, links down below, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye!